Hello, I'm Arnold Naidu in Washington. The main story is brought to you by Al Jazeera. Aung San Suu Kyi walks free. Myanmar's pro-democracy leader has been released from house arrest. She was greeted by several thousand supporters outside her home in Yangon. Suu Kyi spent 15 of the last 21 years in detention because of her opposition to the country's military rule. World leaders and human rights organizations have welcomed the release, but are calling on Myanmar's government to set free the more than 2,000 other political prisoners. In Bangladesh, a bomb attack on the home of a ruling politician has killed 3 people and injured 5 others. It follows violent street clashes as officials tried to evict former Prime Minister Begum Khaleda Zia from her home. Dozens of supporters were injured after police fired tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse the crowds. In Israel, diplomatic sources say the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has presented his cabinet with a package of incentives from the United States in exchange for a 90-day settlement freeze. Taliban fighters have attacked a NATO airbase in eastern Afghanistan. The international military coalition says 6 fighters were killed. 2 of them, they say, were wearing suicide vests. No NATO or Afghan troops were killed. The attack comes just a day after a suicide car bomber attacked a convoy of Afghan and NATO troops on the outskirts of Kabul. It's being reported that China's biggest car manufacturer is negotiating to buy a stake in the U.S. company General Motors. It comes as the American government prepares to reduce its 61% stake in GM. According to the Wall Street Journal, Chinese government-owned SIAC Motor Corporation is in talks to acquire a 1% share in GM. The deal would be worth around $500 million. Heads of state from 21 Pacific Rim countries are entering a final day of APEC talks in Japan. The annual meeting of Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation leaders is being held in the city of Yokohama. Attendees are hoping for progress on a regional trade agreement between all member states. Such a pact would involve approximately half of all global commerce. And those are the top stories. Don't forget you can keep up to date with all the news on our website, and you'll find that at aljazeera.net/English.